Hey everyone, my name is Emma Gilbert. This is my first YouTube video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to paint hands. If you would like to see more content like this, please subscribe. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions or concerns that I don't cover in the video, please leave a comment down below. Okay, so first I'll begin prepping my panel with an underpainting. For this step, I just used Gamblin oil paint in the shade Burnt Sienna. I'll mix that with mineral spirits to thin the paint, applying a looser application to the panel. And with this base color, it's going to create a much easier process to apply lighter colors, just because you have a darker base color to work off of. Once that base color has had about 10 minutes to cure, I begin sketching with paint. I actually use the same brown and the same mineral spirits from the beginning of the video to make the sketching process a little bit easier, just like you saw in the beginning. I usually use a grid for this process, but wanted to share another way you guys could do it, and it's basically mapping out the canvas. I'll begin with the highest point from the reference photo. For this example, it was the fingertips. And I place a mark around the same height it's going to be on the panel, and I repeat the same steps for the width, for the wrist, everything else. You'll see it here, kind of how I'm mapping that out. And now I am beginning adding the thumb and all the little details. When it comes to painting hands, I like to keep in mind that I'm not trying to replicate a photo, but instead follow the organic lines and shapes that the photo represents. This makes it so much easier for me to get out of my head. A trick I sometimes use while painting fingers can be to block out the places of the fingers with boxes or rectangles to map out where they're going to be, and then going back to sketch with their organic form. The reason I like using paint to sketch my subject is because paint is so incredibly forgiving, you guys. And it also benefits the colors I'll apply later in the video. Sometimes using pencil can cause a restriction of motion, along with a messier cleanup when happy accidents come. Here I begin painting the line that divides the dark and light values of the hand. I actually am using a brownish red for this portion. For this reference photo, the left side of the hand is a really dark brown and red as well, while the right side of the hand is a bright yellow-orange. I'm applying a mix of brown and red with a hint of black. You guys, black goes a really long way, so be super careful when you're using black. And I'm going to begin applying the darkest values. From here, I just transition into lighter shades, creating a blended effect. Now, if you want to make sure it's super transitional, I often go back in with a dry brush and blend it out in the direction that the skin is going. For example, if the wrist is going from left to right, I'm going to paint in that motion. If there's a section where part of the hand is going in a circular motion, I'm going to paint in that direction as well. Y'all, getting the colors accurate, I know you know, it is so hard to do when it comes to painting hands, faces, realism, color in general. So to help with this, I just use Procreate, and it will give me a better idea of what color I'm looking for. If you don't already have this app, if you're a beginner or even an advanced artist, I would highly recommend this, as it has saved me hours of frustration. I've just mixed yellow and red to create a bright orange. It's kind of dark, but later on we're going to tone it down with white and a bit of yellow. I decided to lay down this bright, vibrant base color because it'll bring out a more vibrant yellow and white once I apply that later on. So I ran out of storage and didn't even realize my video cut out until the hand was basically finished. But to recap, I went back and forth between the reference photo and the painting to get the colors as accurate as possible. Here I'm just playing around with the knuckles. I feel like they were a little flat, so I went back and did some touch-ups on those. And throughout this portion of the painting, I'm just doing a lot of touch-ups, a lot of looking at the reference photo, looking back at the painting, and making sure everything is as close to the reference photo as possible.